Jiang Jun found herself in a dangerous situation when a masked robber confronted her, demanding her phone. She offered to transfer money instead, but the robber snatched her bag. Determined to protect the evidence on her phone, Jiang Jun gave chase. A struggle ensued, resulting in Jiang Jun falling and injuring her hand, while her phone was also damaged. Yuan Shuai, unable to reach Jiang Jun, grew increasingly worried. He spotted her limping downstairs and rushed to her side, bringing her back to his apartment to tend to her wounds. As Yuan Shuai carefully applied medicine to her hand, Jiang Jun recounted how Wan Shan had sexually assaulted Tang Xian in his office's private resting room, and how the evidence, including a video, was on her now-stolen phone. Yuan Shuai, frustrated by her recklessness, ordered her to stay home and rest, promising to request a leave of absence for her. He warned her against further involvement, explaining that the robber was clearly sent by Wan Shan, who was likely monitoring her every move. Jiang Jun, however, was resolute in her decision to pursue justice and find the evidence herself, despite Yuan Shuai's insistence that he would handle it. She left his apartment, still limping. Meanwhile, Su Li, wondering about Li Xiaochuan's absence from the convenience store, went to his school to find him. She quickly discovered he was a popular Prince Charming on campus. After learning his usual whereabouts, she found his study area, but he was called away by a professor. Su Li tidied his messy desk, leaving a box of cookies. While doing so, she discovered Li Xiaochuan had saved her contact as convenience store girl, and also saw an affectionate message from a girl named Sweetie about a dating activity. Feeling hurt and rejected, Su Li stormed out of the school and sought comfort at Jiang Jun's apartment. The two friends commiserated over their recent troubles. Su Li shared her heartbreak over Li Xiaochuan, feeling as though her romantic fantasy had ended before it even began. Jiang Jun tried to reassure her, suggesting Sweetie might just be a username or someone still pursuing him. However, Su Li pointed out that Li Xiaochuan's generic contact name for her showed a lack of genuine interest. Jiang Jun agreed, then advised Su Li not to dwell on it, reminding her there were plenty of other prospects. To lift Su Li's spirits, Jiang Jun offered to treat her to a meal. At his office, Yuan Shuai and Su Chang analyzed potential CEO candidates for Wanqing. They dismissed Chao Dong as too old and Chun Hai as too opportunistic. Yuan Shuai set his sights on Luo Shang, a young vice president groomed by Wan Shan, believing he could exploit Luo Shang's ambition to replace Wan Shan. Su Chang then presented Jiang Jun's shattered phone, which Yuan Shuai had tasked him with finding. Yuan Shuai immediately arranged for a specialist to attempt data recovery. Wan Shan and Du Lei met at a restaurant. Wan Shan subtly mocked Jiang Jun's audacity in challenging him, but Du Lei aggressively asserted Jiang Jun's significance and warned Wan Shan not to harm her again. Unable to reach Jiang Jun by phone, Du Lei drove to her apartment building. He encountered Yuan Shuai, who again warned Du Lei to stay away from Jiang Jun, seeing Jiang Jun in the distance. Du Lei deliberately provoked Yuan Shuai, hinting at Jiang Jun being in another man's arms. Enraged, Yuan Shuai punched Du Lei. Jiang Jun rushed to Du Lei's side, accusing Yuan Shuai of being problematic. Yuan Shuai, furious that Jiang Jun was defending Du Lei, coldly told her to be careful who she associated with, likening her to someone feeding a wolf, and then abruptly left. Later, Jiang Jun attended to Du Lei's injury in a nearby garden. They discussed the robbery, and Jiang Jun hesitated to reveal the full extent of the plot. Du Lei, already aware of Wan Shan's involvement, subtly advised Jiang Jun that in the cutthroat world of investment banking, one sometimes needed to be more aggressive, even savage, to protect oneself. He metaphorically suggested that if an ant couldn't move a big rock on flat ground, it might be able to push it off a cliff edge, implying she needed to find a weak point to challenge her powerful adversaries. This conversation gave Jiang Jun a new perspective. Upon returning home, Du Lei found his sister, Linda, waiting. He casually brushed off his facial injury as a minor accident within his plans. They discussed Wanqing, noting that despite outward appearances, Wan Shan was in disarray, creating an opportune moment for Ji to intervene. Linda then brought up Jiang Jun, to which Du Lei responded that he was merely using her as a pawn in his vendetta against Yuan Shuai, a dagger to pierce his rival's heart. Linda, however, cautioned him not to let that dagger turn on him. After leaving Du Lei's apartment, Linda secretly ordered her subordinate to track Du Lei's movements. At the office the next day, a visible tension lingered between Yuan Shuai and Jiang Jun. Jiang Jun avoided Yuan Shuai, even opting for a separate elevator, which Su Chang noticed, warning Yuan Shuai about the consequences of mistreating his wife. Yuan Shuai, however, dismissed the comment. He observed Jiang Jun being friendly with other colleagues but cold towards him, which further irritated him. Putting aside his personal frustrations, Yuan Shuai then proceeded with his plan, meeting with Luo Shang. Jiang Jun met Tang Xian at a cafe. Tang Xian spoke of her lifelong dream of dancing, expressing her despair that one person could so easily ruin years of hard work, twisting her dream into a dirty deal. She apologized to Jiang Jun for her initial suspicions. Jiang Jun reassured Tang Xian, then warned her to be careful, revealing that Wan Shan had sent someone to follow her and smash her phone. Jiang Jun emphasized that the more Wan Shan tried to bury his misdeeds, the more they needed to expose the truth. She then gave Tang Xin the business card of a trusted lawyer, urging her to use legal recourse for protection. Back home, Jiang Jun continued to worry about Tang Xion's situation and contemplated swallowing her pride to seek Yuan Shuai's help. A sudden water cut during her shower left her no choice but to go to Yuan Shuai's apartment. He was on a work call when he opened the door, but seeing her predicament, he allowed her to use his bathroom. While Jiang Jun was washing her hair, blinded by foam, Yuan Shuai's dog, Wealth, bounded in. As Yuan Shuai tried to coax Wealth out, Jiang Jun accidentally kicked him in the head. She profusely apologized, then, while tending to his head, noticed her broken phone on his table, alongside Luo Sheng's resume. Realizing Yuan Shuai's plan, Jiang Jun confronted him. Yuan Shuai admitted his intentions, explaining that his previous anger stemmed from her impulsive actions that put her in danger. He informed her that Luo Sheng had agreed to cooperate, but the crucial missing piece was the data on her phone. The best solution, he stressed, was for Tang Xin to bravely come forward. Jiang Jun assured him that she had just met Tang Xin, who was now ready to confront Wan Shan. Relieved that she wasn't alone, Jiang Jun enthusiastically declared them allies. Yuan Shuai accepted, then, with a wry smile, assigned her the task of drying Wealth. At a dessert shop, Jiang Jun overheard passersby discussing the news about Tang Xin and Wan Shan. The public was abuzz, with some speculating that Tang Xin was orchestrating a publicity stunt, having attempted to enter the entertainment industry through illicit means that ultimately soured. Meanwhile, at Wanqing Entertainment, Wan Shan received news from his assistant about the media swarming outside. Initially upset, he quickly decided to face them, asserting that all accusations from Tang Xin were fabricated nonsense. He publicly challenged her to produce any real evidence, vowing that Wanqing would pursue legal action against her for defamation and implying she was being manipulated. The crisis also affected MH Company. An employee expressed concerns about the financial investor demanding Wan Shan's dismissal, fearing potential criminal charges and a derailed IPO. Yuan Shuai calmed the team, reassuring them that Wanqing's issues were being addressed. He then swiftly reorganized tasks. Xiang Ding and Chen Yicheng retained their duties. Shen Xian was assigned to translate and verify all foreign documents, and Jiang Jun was instructed to accompany him to a meeting with Luo Sheng, Wanqing's new CEO candidate, for due diligence the following afternoon. Xiao Na confronted Yuan Shuai, feeling left out and betrayed for not being informed earlier about Wan Shan's issues. She offered to attend the meeting with him, but Yuan Shuai firmly stated that Jiang Jun would be his companion. This rejection, coupled with Yuan Shuai's apparent preference for Jiang Jun, fueled Xiao Na's jealousy. She immediately summoned Jiang Jun to her office, burdening her with 5 years' worth of Wanqing's personnel files and demanding they be meticulously organized by the next noon, an impossible task. Despite her colleagues' initial grumbling about the additional workload and Shen Xian's snide remarks about Jiang Jun's supposed inefficiency, some offered to help. Chen Yicheng explicitly stated it was to repay Jiang Jun for her help during their interview, declaring them rivals afterward, to which Jiang Jun playfully suggested prioritizing friendship. At the convenience store, Lily was annoyed by her crush Xiaochuan's usual obliviousness to her advances, so she changed the Wi-Fi password to get his attention. Xiaochuan easily deduced it was her and commented on the practicality of the change. Feigning anger, Lily confronted him about her convenience store girl, alias in his contacts, and a suite account she'd seen on his computer, which she assumed was a girlfriend. Xiaochuan clarified that the alias was a quick search tag and suite was a beta test account for chat AI. He then pointed out her recent actions, tidying his desk at school, changing the Wi-Fi password, and asking about his relationship status. All led him to conclude she needed a favor. Reluctantly, Lily admitted he was right and concocted a story about a friend needing a beta tester for an AI account. Xiaochuan agreed. Later, using a separate phone, Lily posed as Shirley, the AI, and sent Xiaochuan a chat request. After her lengthy, introductory message promising companionship, he tersely replied, "Too talkative. Needs to be improved." Meanwhile, Dulé met with Wan Shan, who was drinking alone. Dulé mocked Wan Shan's overconfidence, prompting an incensed Wan Shan to accuse Jiang Jun of being Dulé's pawn who manipulated Tang Xin into suing him. Dulé corrected him, revealing that Yuan Shuai had allied with Wan Shan's greatest rival to orchestrate his downfall. Visibly shaken, Wan Shan was pressed by Dulé, who made it clear that Wan Shan's only option now was to trust him. Later, in a phone call, Wan Shan told Dulé he was accelerating his plans for the next day's good show, but threatened to harm Jiang Jun, whom Dulé called his gold fish if she interfered. Their conversation escalated into veiled threats, each reminding the other of the damaging information they held. Back in her office, after an arduous night, Jiang Jun and her colleagues managed to complete the data organization. Xiao Na then announced that Tang Xin had unexpectedly withdrawn her lawsuit. Shen Xian derided Tang Xin as an attention seeker, then turned on Jiang Jun, presenting a photo of her with Dulé. Shen Xian accused Jiang Jun of colluding with a rival company, GE, to sabotage MH and implied that Tang Xion's withdrawal was part of a scheme to facilitate Wanqing's defection to GE. Jiang Jun vehemently denied any betrayal, but Xiaona warned her to resolve the Wanqing issue swiftly or face severe consequences. Simultaneously, Director Fan confronted Yuan Shuai with the same photos, expressing disappointment in his leadership. Yuan Shuai assured him he would handle it. Jiang Jun called Tang Xan, who answered in distress, tearfully confessing that Wan Shan possessed explicit photos of her, forcing her to withdraw the lawsuit. Jiang Jun offered to come over immediately. However, upon arriving, she realized Du Lei was already inside. Du Lei was offering Tang Xan a deal. He would eliminate all negative online publicity and secure her superior agency contract if she maintained her lawsuit withdrawal. As Jiang Jun knocked and pleaded through the door, urging Tang Xan to fight for her true self, Tang Xan ultimately sided with Du Lei. Dejected, Jiang Jun stood on her balcony. Yuan Shuai joined her, reassuring her that Tang Xan was now safe since Wan Shan had already publicly discredited her, making any further evidence less impactful. Jiang Jun offered to take full responsibility before Director Fan. Smiling at her use of us, Yuan Shuai reminded her of his knack for handling difficult situations and offered her coffee, encouraging her to prepare for the battle ahead. The next morning, Su Chang informed Yuan Shuai that Wanqing was holding an emergency board meeting at 9 a.m. Yuan Shuai immediately instructed Jiang Jun to retrieve his critically important repaired phone before the meeting. Arriving at the convenience store, Jiang Jun was surprised to find the expert was Li Xiaochuan. He confirmed the data recovery was challenging but was making progress. At the Wanqing board meeting, Wan Shan apologized for the recent small trouble and announced two decisions. First, Wanqing would terminate its cooperation with MH, having already secured a new investment bank for their IPO. Second, he was dismissing Luo Sheng from his positions as vice president and director. Wan Shan then presented photos of Yuan Shuai and Luo Sheng, accusing them of colluding to slander him and take over the company. Just then, Jiang Jun arrived with the repaired phone. At Yuan Shuai's signal, Luo Sheng announced he had emailed all directors a document. Yuan Shuai explained it contained irrefutable evidence of Wan Shan's long history of bribing producers, fabricating data, and orchestrating dirty deals during talent selections. Wan Shan denied the accusations, claiming he did it all for the company's benefit and reminding the directors of their share profits. He threatened that publicizing the information would ruin their IPO and hold them all accountable. Jiang Jun then played an audio recording from Yuan Shuai's phone, Wan Shan's voice, pressuring Tang Xan to please him to become famous. When Wan Shan dismissed it as fabricated, Jiang Jun played a video of Wan Shan attempting to bribe her while dismissing Tang Xan's allegations as nonsense. Furious, Wan Shan lunged at Jiang Jun, accusing her of conspiring with Tang Xan to extort him. He claimed he had only compromised for the company's benefit and challenged her to produce any real evidence, given that Tang Xan herself had withdrawn the lawsuit. Yuan Shuai and Jiang Jun glared at him, seething at his audacity. If you love the story, subscribe for the next episode.